Well, I'm heading off to the beach house at Trinity Beach, and as you can see, it's a very overcast, and I might need to use my little umbrella as I walk there. It's going to take about half hour, and the beach house has had middling reviews. It's had some good reviews and bad reviews. It seems to divide people, so I probably won't be eating there anyway. I'll come back here to eat. I'll get the bus back, I think, at about 2:06. The bus stops really close to where we're drinking, so that's good. But yeah, it's good to get out and about and just sort of before I come back home tonight, so it'll be nice. And the bird life seems to like the wet weather. Yeah, so I might actually also hike to the sports club on Sunday to watch Richmond play West Coast, which technically should be a drubbing because West Coast are just terrible this year. Should be a percentage booster, but who knows. But again, it'd be nice to go there because it's actually, I get 10% off the grog, and it's a big screen, and it's a good place to sort of sit by and watch the footy, as long as I get away from actually there probably won't be as many horse races as there was the last time I went because it's Saturday. Probably won't be as bad on a Sunday. Yeah, well, actually it depends which part of that TAB area you sit in. If you sit on the right hand side, it's not too bad. Well, you can tell it's school holidays. The kids are out in force. At least they're getting exercise. It's better than being on the electric scooters. That doesn't do you much good. It's good to get out and about, but it doesn't give you any exercise. So I haven't heard from my neighbour John whether he's working on that on the scooter. I can't imagine it's a short-term project. Getting a new battery pack from China sounds problematic to me, and he's got to come up with about $280 to get it too, so it's about more than half the cost of the original unit, although like everything I guess the price has probably gone up quite a bit for electric scooters as well. So I got it for about $450, which is very cheap. But chances are you wouldn't be able to get it for that price now. Anyway, if he has luck with it, good. As I said to him, I just want to have one last ride, and he can keep it. Quite happy to pass it over to him. He's been very good in helping me out with the Momo, so it's good to have a good neighbour. And my other neighbour's down there. I haven't heard from her for a while. She's... I've got her text number, and I've got a mobile number, so might contact her, see how she's going. But I haven't seen her in the backyard either, so she's probably fairly busy. It's a nice walk down here, but I think I'll just do it one way today. I don't know how much the bus is going to cost me to get back. It's probably going to be less than $1, I think. We'll see. It's $1.50 to get to Smithfield, so I wonder what the lowest fare is, because I think that would be it. If you're going from one beach to the other, it shouldn't cost much. Oh, we'll see. I'll be spending a lot more money on grog even with a happy hour. I imagine the drinks are, well, I don't know what they're going to cost. We'll see. But probably be better value than the Beach Shack. I mean, that wine, I told my cousin about, getting a tiny bit of Shiraz at the bottom of the glass in effect. So, yeah, not great. I'm heading down to the Trinity Sports Club because Richmond's playing West Coast, and there's no way there's going to be a broadcast of that match. Actually, I never really checked, but I'm pretty sure I didn't even bother checking. I'd be very surprised if there was. So actually, probably should have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think it's almost certain that match will not be covered. They never cover matches on a Sunday afternoon anyway. But it just occurred to me I didn't actually check the TV guide. So it's good exercise anyway. I've got to go in and have some I've got to get some medication tomorrow, and it might stuff me about, so this might be my last day for a while when I feel up to having a long walk, so I might as well do it. And it's supposed to be a terrible day of weather tomorrow too. The forecast is a shocker. As a matter of fact, I've never seen a colder day forecast up here. The top temperature tomorrow is forecast to be 20 degrees, a low of 17 and a top of 20. So that's horrible, and I find it hard to believe, but and they're not always right, the Weather Bureau, but they're fairly accurate. But that is by far the coldest day I've ever encountered here. I know that Townsville had a day when they had a top temperature of 15 once, but we didn't get it. We still had a top temperature about 23 degrees. Yeah, top temperature during winter. And I mean, it's normally in June too, not July, so it's all a bit strange. But yeah, it's going to be pretty wet in the next couple of days apparently. But I think that's the case. I know Sydney's going to cop a lot of rain, so. But anyway, I'm going back to the sports club. It's quite good. I was there yesterday actually because I caught up with a couple of subscribers, and we finally got to catch up with one another. They took me past their house, which isn't too far from here, and we ended up having a coffee at the Trinity Sports Club. They were members as well, so and they shouted me a coffee, which is nice of them. I also gave them the memory card that I've got in my old GoPro, because I don't use it, and they've got themselves a new GoPro, but they don't have a memory card as part of the deal, so they can't really do anything with it until they've got a memory card in there. So I said, look, you're going to have it, so they can play around with it until they can find a decent priced memory card for themselves. Actually, I was supposed to send them some links, but I forgot to do that. I've been fairly busy the last few days, a bit slack. I mean, I've got to remember to send them some links. Yeah, anyway, so the game today hopefully is a booster of percentage, because they're playing West Coast, which are probably the weakest team in the competition at the moment. So we'll see how it goes, but that doesn't mean it's going to turn out that way. I'm going to take a slightly different route up there today and avoid Trinity Beach Road. Hopefully totally, but at least most of that. So it's a busy road, and I'd rather not walk down there. So yeah, I'm glad I joined up with that club. It looks like a decent club. It was quite nice having a coffee because we had the backdrop of the oval. And funny, Peter's actually an old Footscray supporter, Bulldogs. And this particular club, this AFL club, for the local comp, they're the Bulldogs. So there's a bit of, that fits in well with him. A bit of a pity in a way that the football game's on right now, because I really need to do some mowing. And my next door neighbour did some today, and it's about my only opportunity, because like I say, next 2 days can be crap. Yeah, I might have to leave it till later in the week, and it just keeps growing because there's been lots of moisture, so the grass just gets longer. So I will get back to it. I definitely will get back to it, but I think it's more important to get the exercise anyway. And I might see some Richmond supporters there too. If it's not a broadcast game, and I'm saying it's highly unlikely it would be, there's a fair chance there might be some Richmond supporters there. They were there last time, but they only stayed for about half a quarter. It's a bit strange. So maybe they had some other place they could watch it, or they got to go to another pub. Up Nova Street, and you've got the canal down there, which has to be crossed. Oh, and there's a little footbridge coming up here, a fair distance, but this way I won't have to go all the way down Trinity Beach Road, which is quite busy, although probably not so bad on Sundays. Although you don't know, tourists could be going up and down there quite a bit. But this is a quiet part of the world here, because there's only houses on this side, and you've got the park on that side, so it's quite a nice little aspect. Now I know that the prices of these places has gone up quite a bit, so pretty similar to what's happening with my location, I guess. I might be getting a premium because I'm near the beach, I'm not sure, but I'm not selling anyway, so all I know is the mortgage is going to cost more. But if you only got 15 grand left on your mortgage, you don't really lose sleep over that. Yeah, but no, it's quite pleasant here. I mean, compared to walking in Parramatta Park, it's a dream. It's quieter, and there's a girl who's walking her dog and said hello. People are friendly, and it's a nice place. Yeah, I know Peter was very happy to finally get up here and settle in. They've still got a tenant, actually. They've got an Airbnb tenant, apparently. So I think the whole place was tenanted before that, but now they've just got one room that they're tenanting out. So, and he admitted it does sort of mean you can't be totally relaxed with your own space, because you can't go around in underwear, for instance, because you've got a stranger staying there. So you get the monetary gain, but you lose a little bit of your liberty, I guess. Not a big deal. So I can cut across there as well. That's the other. There's a couple of ways getting across here, so it's not bad. It's just there's no car access yet, but there will be fairly soon as they make Miami Street. Yeah, so you can go down that way and get a cut across Street, and this is where they've got all the gear here to basically extend the road across to Trinity Beach. So not yet though, and I don't know if I can actually go around the corner there, walk down there and cut across to there's something across there, better not, right? So yeah, I'll go down. Should have studied the Google Maps a bit closer. So that's the end of Nova Street, so I'll just go back here. Got a few minutes to spare, so should be some way of getting across there. But at least I know where Miami Road is now, and that's the one that's going to connect the beaches without having to go up to the roundabouts in the Cook Highway. The Woolworths is supposed to be built up this end as well, on the other side of the road, I think. I'm only guessing there, but I think that's where the Woolworths will be constructed, and I'm not sure how long it'll take them to do it, but it'll be really good. And like I say, what I might do, do my shopping and have a stop off at the sports club on the way. So I could kill two birds with one stone. Have a drink at the sports club after doing some supermarket shopping. We'll see. Yeah, now just not sure where that tennis club, so I must have to go down that way. There actually was a footpath. I didn't see it though, and that doesn't mean anything because I'm blind as a bat. But there was a path going the other side, and so I should have been looking out for that, so I've been slack. But it definitely comes off Nova, and it should be coming up fairly soon. I must have walked straight past it. Past it, typical. This is the path that goes over to where I wanted to go, and it's I'm sure this is when I took my push bike along to get it back home, because I had to go down the Cook Highway to along the bike path to get here. So that might have been the one I walked past before, actually. I think it is, actually. So there's only one here. Well, a bit of a stuff up, but not terrible. Getting orientated. At least the weather's okay, and like I said, it's going to be total crap tomorrow. So, and there you go. I did a video of this when I first picked up my bike. Bit windy to ride today. I'm not sure where I can store the bike anyway. at the sports club. There probably is some place you could put it. I'm told that there's actually a walkway to Nova, directly to Nova, and I assume that's it there. So I'll give it a go and see if I can get over there. But it looked like it was a work area either side. The other information I found out today was that they've got a happy hour at this particular sports club, but it's between between 11 and 1 o'clock, and then between 4 and 6, 7 days a week. That's a very strange happy hour. And it's sort of like Thailand with their licensing hours, how you've got to go through certain times of the day. I'm pretty sure this must be heading down to Nova. It's going the right direction anyway, so it seems a pretty major pathway, but I don't know how I missed it coming the other way. So I'm leaving at half time. It's about 3:30. Richmond was struggling to get ahead, but West Coast are terrible at kicking for goal, and they're just not up to it by the looks of things. And the thing about a weaker side is, as the match goes on, endurance then comes in, and you'll find that better quality sides will actually increase the lead as time goes on. And in the second quarter, Richmond ended up with over 30-point lead, which is quite comfortable. But they were struggling to get beyond 16 points ahead at one stage. But quality will win out eventually, and I think that's what's happening. So we've got a few sporting fields here. That's the AFL one over there, I think. Or looks like, is that soccer? And I can't tell with my eyesight, but that's actually looks like it's a baseball thing. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what the sport is there, but they've got some pretty good facilities around here. If you've got kids and they want to be active, I mean, you can see why Queensland does well in sports, because they've got the facilities. So we've got a roller there, so that would indicate that maybe there's a cricket pitch somewhere around there. I'm guessing. I might be wrong. I'm roughly going the right direction to get to Nova, but I'm only guessing on this. And Google Maps, as usual, hasn't exactly excelled. So I'm thinking it probably snaking around that way. That's where I've got to go. Otherwise I'll go up to the Cook Highway up that direction, so I don't want to do that. There's no signage, of course, but I think this must be the pathway. When I mentioned it to the barman, he was pretty emphatic that it was easy to get down to Nova, so I'm assuming this is the way. Anyway, I've got plenty of time because I left early and I went visited the urinal, so I'm ready to go. So let's hopefully. Okay, so this continues on. That's a drain. Oh shit. Okay, but we've got something here. Yeah, that's just a ditch, a drainage ditch, but here might be where it goes to Nova. Which is quite, but it's not actually built, it's just a sort of a makeshift connection to it, which is a bit weird. You've got this nice little, I mean, it's nice to explore anyway, I'm in no rush. But that's a nice little bridge there. Now this could be Nova. Be buggered if I know how to find it though. God, this is... I might have to use my GPS to find out exactly where I am. Now hold on, where are we? I've got to say, I've got no idea. Well, that's not Nova. I don't know where we are. I better check. Well, this that pathway looks like it takes me down to where Poolwood is. So I'm going back a slightly different way to the way I came. But this is fine. I'll be in Kawara as soon as I get past there. So it does actually connect up. But not by road, but by foot. So that's fine by me. But now I know where that goes, because there's... I remember, I think we're near the shops in Kawara. but I've never seen this part of the suburb before. But it's pretty convenient. Yeah, this is another way to get there. This will be a shorter way, I think. And I've got two options. I can either go the tried and true back to back home via the shops, or I can just go down Poolwood Road. Either way's fine. Wow, there you go. If I'm down just slightly below the shops, I might as well go down Poolwood. But I didn't take exactly the way he was talking, but at least it got me back to Kawara, and that's all that really matters. I'll get back home. But there's lots of cul-de-sacs and things like that around here. This is the way the suburb is set up. It's very pleasant. Not a bad thing to take a different path back home anyway. Now we're probably heading towards TAS, which is the Trinity Anglican School. I assume that's where we are. Going on the... I only need to use the GPS for 30 seconds to get an orientation where I was. And once I walked, I knew which direction I was going in. And I'm sure that's Poolwood Road just there. And I'm sure that that is the Trinity Anglican School. So there you go. But I didn't know that this road actually connected. I'm still not quite sure where the other one went, but this is fine. I can do it this way. Yeah, the shops are over there. So I'm a little further down, and that is Trinity Anglican School. So there you go. And we've got the Sun College coming up here, the Language College. This is actually a reasonably quiet road, especially on a Sunday, so it doesn't really matter if I'm walking on a main road. So there's the school there. Go past it on the bus all the time because this is the main arterial road going into Kawara Beach. So even though I've been living here a year, I didn't realise that that was a connecting road, so there you go. So that's an even easier way to get to the sports club. Very simple, very simple. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.